guys, it's Abby, your friendly neighborhood babysitter, and today we are doing productivity tips kind of combined into a day in the life. So it is 9:30 almost, and I just did my workout, I had breakfast, I showered and got dressed, and now I'm going to head upstairs and show you guys my first tip. Okay, so I find it really hard to work in a very messy space. So the first thing that I did was clean up a little bit. Okay, so my next tip is to set a timer for a pretty short period of time, about 15 or so minutes. That way you can just start working. So the reason why this works is that you set a timer, that way you're motivated to start working for those 15 minutes. I actually went well over the 15 minutes because the first 15 minutes got me started and into what I was doing. Okay, so I set the timer for 15 minutes like you guys saw and then worked until the end of it. And then once it was done, I was in the middle of something, so I just kept working, which is kind of the point of the timer. It's to give you enough motivation to start. And then if you feel like working after the timer goes off, then you can, or when the timer goes off and you're still not focused, then you can give yourself a break. Anyway, so now I'm done with what I was doing, and I think I have a little bit more attention to give to work. So I'm going to read my 2 chapters that I have to read for my class this afternoon, and then I'm going to go take a break. Okay, so during my breaks, the best ones are when I can get outside and go biking with one of my siblings. Okay, so for lunch we're making veggie wraps, and one kid doesn't like wraps, so we're doing crackers with hummus and veggies. So the veggies were chopped up from salad last night that I made. So it's really easy, just tortilla, hummus, and then veggies on top. Okay, so next up for being productive, it's best not to leave your work done. Like, for example, if you have different questions, it's best not to leave after you finish one question. It's best to leave in the middle of a question. Or for example, if you're writing a story, it's better to not finish your sentence or thought, but rather to leave it halfway done, because then it's easier to pick it back up when you're ready to start again. So for chemistry, what I did was I just did the first question and then question 2 and a bit. So I was describing a term in chemistry, and so I left it halfway done so that it was really easy. I could just reread the last 2 words and know exactly what I was doing. Another quarantine productivity tip is that because we're working from home now, it's really easy to just rush through the work as fast as you can and then go on a bike ride or watch TV or something because you're at home and you can do that. But at school, you don't have that option, right? You have the hour or however long to do the work. And so you're going to take that amount of time to do it. So in order to not rush, I usually look at the questions and I say, okay, in class, these 4 questions would probably take me 20 minutes or 15 minutes or however long, and I'm going to set a timer. And even if I do finish the work within that time, I'm going to have to do other work. So it kind of prevents me from saying, oh, after this I'm going to be able to do something fun, because you're not going to do something fun. You're going to work for that chunk. And I find that works really well. I've also been using that with my brother, who is 8. He likes to rush through his French homework, and then he reads it, he has to read a book, and then he has questions to answer. So when he's trying to rush, he'll just read through the book really quickly and then not have any of the answers for the questions. So what I do is I set a timer for him, and I say, we're going to work no matter what. We're not going to play until the end of this timer. Once the timer goes off and you're not done your work, then we can come back to it later and we'll go on a bike ride, but we're definitely working until the end of this. And that works really well. Okay, so I have a Zoom meeting in a little while. So the only thing for Zoom meetings is that if your teacher is giving you instructions on what to do over the next few days, is to write them down. So I always have, a pack of sticky notes. Anyone who knows me from school knows that I love sticky notes. But if you just write down the instructions of what your teacher tells you to do, during the Zoom call or right after, because if you leave it, you're just going to forget what to do. Yeah, so anyway, now I am just playing bass. I need to write a composition piece, and I am not very good at composing. I love playing other people's work, just I can't compose myself. Okay, so I just went out to run an errand. Okay, I have a mask obviously, and then Purell. Right now I already left, so there's no reason for me to be wearing a mask except that it reminds me not to touch my face. So yeah. Pourquoi est-ce que tu aimes les gommes à effacer plus qu'un crayon?
Je ne sais pas.
Tu as dit à cause que tu veux écrire sur un gomme à effacer?
Oui.
Est-ce que tu veux écrire ça? Parce que tu as déjà beaucoup de crayons, mais tu as besoin d'une gomme à effacer?
Oui.
Oui? Ok, est-ce que tu peux... Okay. People keep calling me because I'm filming on my phone. Anyway, so sorry for not picking up the camera that much this afternoon, but pretty much what we did was I make like a huge batch of chili, maybe like 4 or 5 meals of it in one Sunday afternoon when I don't have a ton of homework, and then I freeze it. So today we just took one of those out and then defrosted it for supper with some rice, and then after that you saw I was homeschooling my brother with some of his French work, and then I went on a walk, and then I made some pudding for my mom. Sorry, I keep getting interrupted. And then I cleaned up the kitchen a little bit, and now I am ready to go to bed. I'm just gonna brush my teeth and then go to bed. I'm exhausted. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.